All right, guys. Only 26 minutes late today. Not too bad. Guys, welcome to the 100th episode of the Hammerfist Podcast. I'm Tom Mullins. Up in the corner here, Archie Tovar, my co-host. And guys, we're excited. We made it to episode 100. I never thought that would happen. It's been a crazy year, man. It's been a real crazy year for everybody out there watching. Viruses, government shutdowns, death in the family, all kinds of negative things happening. But one thing been positive for myself and Archie this last year has been this podcast. And the guys that we got on today, guys, we got special guests. Right now on the screen, we have some of them, but today we're going to have many different guests throughout the day. But right now, a lot of you guys know we got Daniel Camarillo right here. We got Marc De La Cruz, Crosley Gracie, and we got John Hackleman. And you know myself, Tom Mullins, and Archie Tovar. Guys, thank you for joining us, man. And sorry about the inconvenience of the late start. Out of all days for a computer to mess up, today had to be the day. But thank you guys for taking the time to come on. How's everybody doing today?
Fantastic.
Good.
Thank God.
Good.
Awesome. Thank you all for joining us.
Thank God.
Guys, this is episode 100 of the Hammerfist Podcast. Man, Archie, I didn't know if we're going to make it to 100 or not. Next thing you know, it's going to be 1,000.
That's right. We did it. Thank you, guys. Everyone out there. Crystal Shields to be joining us. Thank you, everyone.
We got all kinds of good people joining us today, guys. We have a special co-host coming in here in a bit. We have Paul Estrada. He's a local guy that fights and competes and trains. He's been in a lot of the corners of the local guys. A lot of you guys know Paul. He'll be chiming in here. Man, we got all kinds of good people coming in today. Mauricio Tinguinha. We got Sandro Batata, Angel Lopez from Fresno, Cory Cass, Jeremy Luchow. We got Jacob Jeff's going to be joining us here in a little bit. OG Jacob Jeff from the Tachi Palace crew. And yeah, man, I'm just happy that we made it to 100, Archie. What do you think, bud? What's up with the computer? You fix it?
You know what? What a better way to start off our 100th and our show with some technology issues, because that's what we're about, man. We're fighters. We get ready for life. Life threw this thing at us, and guess what? We're ready for it, and here we are, man.
You know what, dude? Hey, you just hit it right on the head, man, because this last year has been full of ups and downs. Hey, and it's easy, man, to let a negative thing just turn you down and let that downhill slope go, or you can quickly find a way to overcome it and, you know what I mean, and work through the issue. Hey, this issue we had with the computer, guys, literally came 10 minutes before we were all supposed to sign on today. We had it. Me and Archie been working on this thing for the last couple of weeks, every day having these meetings with each other. We thought we had everything dialed in, and just like that, the flip of a switch, we had a problem. But Archie, the guy that he is, man, that's why I love working with Archie. Me, I would have went nuts, man, with this happening today. I'd probably still be working on it. Archie went right away, got the other computer, boom, got it going, and here we are. So yes, John Hackleman, how you doing, brother?
Good. Couldn't be. It could be better, but I don't know. Maybe. Good question. I'm good. Life is good. I'm sitting in this beautiful deck with a backyard. I'm over here in Danbury, Connecticut. You know, I'm over here at Glover's, Glover Teixeira's house. He just got done training, and we're gonna go back to the gym in a little while. He's getting ready to fight the UFC September 12th. So I just came out here to work with him a little bit, and then I'll meet him in Vegas for the fight. But other than that, man, besides them trying to shut me down, life is good.
They're trying to shut us all down, man. It's one thing I love about everybody I got on the show today. Hey, undisclosed locations, whatever it takes. Everybody that comes on the show today, regardless of what you hear, things are still happening. You know what I mean? Like, there's business to attend to. And we threw John on. We got the striking coach on here with a bunch of jiu-jitsu guys.
I know. I feel very uncomfortable. I feel very uncomfortable right now.
Hey, everybody out there.
I feel like I need to have somebody between my legs or something. Glover!
No need for that.
I'm kidding. Woo, you guys they're going to choke me out over here.
I feel like I should
know a guy. Hey, man. John,
best
you're
friend, son. I've been around this long enough. What?
This show, MMA Fight Pass, we're all about backing up martial artists in all the different styles: Muay Thai, kickboxing, jiu-jitsu, wrestling, boxing. Even though me and Archie, we love jiu-jitsu, that's probably our main forte, but we love MMA. And John, you played a huge part, not only here in the Valley, because the show, we were about representing the Valley and the history of MMA. I met you way back in the day in Lemoore at the Tachi Palace, and a lot of people know you from cornering guys like Chuck Liddell, Glover Teixeira, many other guys. So it's a real honor, man, to have you come on. And that's all I wanted to say is thank you for earlier in the year coming onto the show and taking the time to talk with us.
Hey, you're welcome, man. Thanks for having me. And I'm telling you right now, guys, we started off separate martial arts, but right now, if you don't know all the martial arts, you're a partial artist, not a martial artist. So I don't care if you're a striker or a jiu-jitsu guy or a judo guy. We all know everything now, and we know that one art doesn't make it anymore. So I think we're all martial artists. So we might call it like I call mine karate, you call yours judo or jiu-jitsu. But if somebody comes up to you, you're still gonna punch them in the face.
Definitely, or a little elbow, maybe.
Yeah.
Dude, that's so true.
Yeah. At the end of the day, if somebody tries to take sloppy drunk takes me down, I'll grab their neck and guillotine them. I don't care.
Exactly.
So that's if we have to for a life or death situation.
Whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes.
We're martial artists. Yeah.
It's always if we have to.
Yeah. If we have to. Try talking my way out of it.
I have like 3-year-old students. We started at 3 years old at my gym, so I can't come across always like punch him in the face. I can't. I gotta, because I have 3-year-olds and the parents there. So if you have to defend yourself, then we gotta do it. But you guys are martial arts. You know that,
right?
Yeah.
I think Angel Lopez and Marc De La Cruz bought the same cameras.
I know.
I think so too.
Hey, Lopez, what's up?
What's up, man? Fuck Newsom. You know what I mean? First of all, and we're still doing it, so he could kiss my fucking ass straight up, and all of ours, I'm sure. We're still doing what we want to do, and that's life. That's what we do. Jiu-jitsu, baby.
There goes that G-rating. Speaking of Army,
we love you, Angel.
Angel.
Love you guys too, man.
Hey, you're talking about Army. Angel, looks like you're in the Army.
Yeah.
Okay, where we are right now in this lifetime. Okay, here's my. You guys see my tattoo? Wait. Oh, you see my tattoo there? Okay.
Yeah.
That I was called a Nazi because of this tattoo. Do you know what this tattoo is?
That's Delta.
Is it one of the units? It looks like a unit or something.
Yeah, it's the 25th Infantry. So I'm like in the 25th Infantry Division, infantry soldier in the United States Army, and in this day and age, we're so crazy. People are writing in different periodicals that I'm a Nazi because I have a swastika or a lightning bolt tattoo like the Nazis. That's how crazy we are.
They don't know
it's a crazy time. It's crazy right now. It's never
Cory
been.
Cass,
I'm 60.
Oh yeah.
How you doing, Cory?
That shit was all broken up.
But we're back. Are you
Angel.
jiu-jitsu guys open?
Yeah. Well, you know what? Okay. All right. According to the public, we're not open to the public, but I fight 200 students if I want because it's my. I already live my life and inviting. If I invite you, you can come to our gym. So basically, we are training in every class session. So we had 80 people at Halo yesterday, and we're not going to stop. And it's a private party. It's a private protest, and fuck the code enforcement because they can't do shit. They're not cops. It's not a law. It's just a recommendation. I got a constitutional attorney, so they could kiss my ass too. They tried to unbuy, and they gave me a fine. It was unconstitutional. I beat that already, and. They come back and they called me when the second lockdown happened. They're like, closed down immediately. They called me I'm like, all right, check it out. Fuck you. This is my business. It's a private business. And stay out of my life. Have a good day. And I don't think they haven't been back since. So, and if they come back, cool. It's a private party. They're not welcome.
There you go.
You know what? As far as I see with everybody I know that owns a gym,
I'm going
people
at
that are writing
the
guys that are writing the tickets, I think they're showing some mercy, man. They know you guys got bills to pay, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You guys got bills to pay, and fuck, dude, what is a guy supposed to do? You know what I mean? One of our guest guys that we were going to have right now on the show, a lot of you guys might know him, Matt Smith from Fresno.
Another thing is this: what about?
Hey, Matt was going to join us, but because he has to pay the bill to his dojo, he had to pick up a second job.
What's up, Matt?
And he's out there teaching right now, teaching students online. And he couldn't join us, but he did want me to point out, because of this whole shutdown thing, you know what I mean? He's had to take another job to pay the bills for his dojo, which is going on a lot.
Though. I mean, I really started this. I started this about, 12, 13 years ago, but then I got guys like Dan Camarillo, Tinguinha, Hackleman, you guys that are veterans. And it's like you guys, I'm sure you guys are like, man, you worked your whole lives. So like, we can't stop now. We got to, grab the bull by the horns and keep moving. And they can't take our freedom away, man. This is kind of the first time we've seen this in our lifetime. I was even talking to my mother-in-law's mom, and she said she's never seen anything like this in her lifetime, and it's crazy. She's all, people are supposed to get along. It ain't about race. It's about freedom and having fun. So she's even tripping out, and she's an OG. So, we're OGs, but she's a real OG, and she's not even liking it. So it's just some weird and crazy times, and it's not cool. It's not cool.
It's definitely
we got to stand our ground. Yeah, absolutely.
Crosley Gracie, what are you doing over there in your parts?
What's that? Hang on.
What are you doing to stay alive over there, brother?
Yeah, we're running online classes. Private lessons. I have some mats in my garage. We've got a huge support from our students, from our student base since March. It's been a good time, man. We're making it happen.
Making it happen. That's good. That's what we like to hear. So if a guy wants to train with Crosley Gracie, is the best to hit you up online?
Yeah, you can go to our website, crosleygracie.com, and get in touch with them. As soon as we're accepting new students, we've been getting a lot of inquiry for classes. As soon as we're able to accept new members, then we'll contact them and get them on the mat.
Good, man. That's what we want to hear. Well, I just want to hear that everybody's keeping their thing going, man, keeping the livelihood going. Guys, while we're on here today on this 100th episode, I was hoping that we might be able to play a little video clip from some of our guests. Most of our guests today have sent us in a little video clip, maybe a little training technique or maybe a little demonstration. So we're going to be playing some video clips throughout the show, guys. And that's going to be up to Archie. Archie's in control of the bank of videos.
The bank. Crosley beating someone's ass.
Man, that was my debut in MMA. At the Pancrase 10th anniversary event. Back in Hiro Gono, that was probably Bushido 7. I think it was 2005, I think. That was
is that Melvin?
What's that?
I didn't know you were Melvin.
Yeah, I wasn't supposed to fight him. I was supposed to be on a corner of my sister Rodrigo for that 8-minute tournament. But then Carlos Newsom was, he pulled out of the fight 36 hours before the event due to injury. So they offered me to fight. I'm like, man, I just got home like 8 o'clock in the morning. No way. My manager was like, throw your purse, throw your prize. And then I just decided to fight 36 hour notice. Learned a lot about myself that day for sure.
That's the beautiful thing about our sport. Sometimes things happen at the last minute or the last second.
Even though I was in decent shape, not in fighting shape. And I guess the most important lesson was that, nothing can take away their confidence when you know they sacrifice so much to fight, you know, and knowing that I was out, I wasn't really, training for a fight. That kind of messed up in my head a little bit in that match, and that didn't go my way. So a lot of learning for sure.
Awesome. Cory Cass, man, how are you, bro?
Good, just playing around.
Hey, thanks for taking the time, Cory. I know you're a busy guy. And Cory Cass is another guy a lot of you guys know. Cory, I met Cory here in the Valley years back. Guy just came in out of nowhere. Really didn't have any reason to be here in the Valley. Just showed up out of nowhere. And Cory was a training partner and a coach with us for many years. And Cory always had love for the Valley with jiu-jitsu and MMA. But Cory kept, even when he left the Valley, he kept jiu-jitsu going with the Grappling X jiu-jitsu competition. And now Cory also makes, a lot of you guys know, he does seamless mats, and they're beautiful, guys. They're some of the most beautiful mats I've seen in gyms have been done by Cory. Cory, since the quarantine and the coronavirus, what's going on, bud? What are you doing?
Well, right now I'm building a couple cage panels, but just kind of chilling, hanging out, figuring out tournament stuff, playing around with Grappling X. You can see it all behind me in the living room here. I've got it all here at the house right now.
Looks like you need to empty that trash can, bro.
Yeah, that's recyclables. That's some money right there.
Okay. I'm just kidding, man. I'm just kidding. I know you know what you're doing, dude.
$1 right there.
Save that shit.
And Marc De La Cruz.
Double bones.
What's up, dude? Marc.
Not much, man.
Hey, how you doing, man? What's going on in life? I know besides jiu-jitsu, what else you got going on the side? Keeping it alive.
I'm doing classes outside in my business partner's backyard because, as you guys know, I'm under Fit Republic, so they had to close down. So because I don't pay the lease, that means that I have to close down, which sucks. But like I said, we're still doing the classes outside, so keeping it alive that way.
All you guys, I got so much respect for you guys, man. Keeping it going no matter what it takes, dude.
Yeah, just doing that and some privates here and there. And then, if we stay locked down any longer, I am going to have to get a second job as well. So
sometimes a second job isn't so bad, even though we would prefer. Let's check this little video out, guys. You guys know Marc. Marc's done MMA, plenty of jiu-jitsu competitions. He's a great coach, awesome leader. And I love watching Marc compete. And looks like he's got a little private disclosed little location going on right here.
Yeah, that's in my business partner's yard there. Yeah. So I was showing a move from Fight to Win that I pulled off and got top 5 on Flow Grappling. That was that Fight to Win.
Let's check that out, Archie.
Yeah, let's check it out. So this is
you almost pulled that off on me. That's real.
I always say if you can pull it off in a live match, that's an amazing task after practicing it. Here we go.
So this is Fight to Win where?
Sacramento. Yeah.
Cool, man. You're just what you trained. That's cool.
Yeah.
I love it.
It worked out. Out.
Man, I'm really liking Fight to Win. I really like it, and it seems like you local guys like Angel and Marc and a lot of the local guys, they're giving you guys a home for this competition. Angel, you just came back from a Fight to Win recently, right? Where was that at? Texas?
Angel
can't hear me.
Maybe
Angel competes. Yeah, he must not be able to hear me. But Angel Lopez, one thing we really respect about Angel is his willingness to compete.
You guys are breaking up. I can't hear.
Maybe move around.
I can't hear you guys. It's kind of broken up. You guys sound like space.
All right. Anyhow,
What up, guys? Yeah, you guys sound like some space robots right now. I was like, hey, I can kind of hear you, but not. But go ahead. What's up, Tom?
Hey, brother. You just came back from a fight
Can't
to
hear you
win,
guys.
right? In Texas?
You may have to reconnect and disconnect.
I think Newsom's hating
Yeah,
on
you
us.
might have to.
Can't hear you guys.
It's all right, dude.
We can hear you.
Okay, yes. All right, I'm on. I can hear you guys now.
Angel, talk
All right, I'm
about
back
your
now.
recent
yeah, I've been
competition and fight to win.
okay. I was in Fight to Win Dallas about a month ago, and I had a good competitor. It was no-gi, caught me in a real fast heel hook, and I had to tap because I want to walk because I like life. So that was, and then I went back to Austin and had another fight, and that was a couple weeks back. And it was a good, tough fight, and I got the W that night. And great competitor. He's a professional jiu-jitsu fighter as well, like all of us here. So, just having fun, just trying to get out there and be a better me. I'm nothing special, but I just want to fight, as many people as I can to be a better me. That's it. So that's what's up. But life is good. And do I wear the mask on the airplane? Yes, I do. But I'm going to be honest with you. When it comes to the mask, everybody has their own opinions about it. And I wear it on the plane to get from point A to point B. And I wear it at weigh-ins, to respect the promotion. Fight time, we don't got to wear it. And at our gym, we don't wear masks. I mean, there's 100 people in there rolling around. You can't wear a mask when you're rolling. You can, but it's going to be a lot harder. But, we're staying healthy, keeping our immune systems boosted by training and, keeping our mental health right. So that's what we're doing, keeping our physical and mental health right, doing jiu-jitsu. And jiu-jitsu is essential. So they need to know that right away. Right?
Jiu-jitsu itself is the medicine, man.
All martial arts, man. All martial arts are essential.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Any kind of training, man. When you get onto the mat, hey, kickboxing, boxing, jiu-jitsu, whatever it is, wrestling, hey, it's all good, man. It's all good for the mind. That's the bottom line.
Just sweating, man. Just sweating's good enough. Go break a sweat. Stay healthy. Go run 30 miles if you have to.
30 miles will do it.
Dan, Tom, I thought of Tom too. You run a lot, Tom. So I'm like, that's Tom right there. He's going to hit the ditch bank and just go for it.
I got about 10 miles this morning.
Nice.
Yeah. Good shit. I need to go hang out with you.
I'm getting ready for a long one though, man. I'm getting ready for a long ultra run. So I've been putting in the running. Daniel, how's it going over there in Bakersfield, bud?
We're fine. I'm not shutting anything down. I did for 2 months, and that was it. I'm not going to shut down again. Classes are running as usual. People are leaving us alone, and kind of like Angel, we have about 140, 150 students. There's nobody getting sick. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's healthy. We're doing good. So. But
That's
until they're ready to pay our bills for us, man, I'm not shutting down.
And I think the guys, they understand that, man. Like the people that are behind this little crew that are going around, you got to be a real, you know what I mean, to bother somebody that they know that's your livelihood, what you guys are doing, and it's important that you guys stay alive.
Well, it's the person who walks in my door. It's their choice. It's their choice, man. They know what they're walking into. It's not like we're not Albertsons where they have to go in and buy groceries and they have to be around those people who don't, want to be or want to get sick or they know exactly what they're getting into when they come into our academy. So
I want to see this clip right here.
Oh, this is a good one.
Tell us about it, Dan.
Yeah. I just did my foot sweep to triangle. They always reach down when I try to foot sweep, so I figured I'll just jump over it next time.
Not everyone can pull it off like that. That's for sure.
That was beautiful.
Yeah, that was back when I could jump higher than 3 feet.
That was beautiful, man.
That's awesome.
Dude, you just did that 2 years ago. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Hey, Dan, one thing I wanted to bring up, man. It's hope you don't mind. I know you're a great teacher and everything, but one of your students, I've never even met the guy in person. His name, he's a blind gentleman named Bradley Pack, I believe is his last name.
Yes.
I just want to give out some props to this guy. A lot of you guys that are close friends of mine know this last year it's been kind of trying for me. I came down with epilepsy and having seizures, and if you know anybody with seizures, the after effects of a seizure for a few days is it puts you in a crazy state of mind, and where you can't sleep, and you'll go through like a weird thing, man, ups and downs and depression and whatnot. And your student, Bradley Pack, give that guy a handshake for me, man, a pat on the back. I didn't even know the guy. I was having a real bad night, and the guy just reached out to me in the middle of nowhere. And I didn't even know who the guy was, man. He just told me he was a student of yours. And I got to talking with him, and the guy brought me up to a different level of state of mind that I was at. And he talks real highly of you. Hey, that cool ass dude right there. What is it like training a blind gentleman?
Well, let's go back to when he came to us. He came to us because he tried another academy that he was at, and they made some, I'm not going to say the name of the academy, but they made some pretty rude comments about his disability, or I wouldn't, to us, it's probably a disability. To him, he's probably finally seeing clearly now. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so he came to us looking for a place that would help him because they weren't helping him. And of course, we try to help everybody. And yeah, he's 100% blind, man. We do our best to keep him on track, and he's learning, and he loves being at our academy, and we love having him. So yeah, he's a really nice guy too. So he's got a good family.
That dude is cool, man. I'm just, like I said, I was having a tough time. Probably one of the tougher times I've ever had in my life. And that guy, it was weird. It was like a godsend. It was like 2-3 in the morning, man. The guy I couldn't sleep. I was going through a real weird thing, and the guy just reached out to me. So anyhow, Pack, a lot of love to you, man, and you're in a good spot. I hope you stay there. John Hackleman, are you driving now? Driving while podcasting?
Not me.
Oh, what? Is that Glover?
Yeah.
What? Glover Texera.
So, yeah, we're going back to the gym. Yeah. So yeah, that's us. We're here, Connecticut.
So what's life over there in Connecticut right now? What's life like in Connecticut?
It's similar to California. I think it's a little less restrictive, but not much. Like my gym's supposed to be.
Uh-oh. Someone's connection's bogging us down.
There's always some bogging going down here. It's about that time. This is all new to us, guys. This with everybody on the screen, it's trial and error for us, and sometimes we don't know if it's a good idea or a bad idea to have all these guys on the screen. Probably not the best idea, but we're learning as we go with this stuff.
So the instructor's supposed to wear masks.
He might be cutting out. I can't really hear him. Maybe you guys can.
Nah, can't hear him.
It's all good, man. Archie, what do you think, bud?
No, I think this is great, man. I mean, one of the things that I see is guys, you guys all own a gym. Tell me how you guys see this. I've noticed from the outside looking in, I was owner of a gym for about 20 years, like 10 years ago, but today's environment is so much different. I see gyms like Angel, you guys are, getting in there and wanting to just do the right thing and open. Dan, you're saying you want to do that now too, but there's other gyms that are tied like Mark, you having to depend on a bigger box kind of company, right? And then you have different gym owners. Crosley Gracie. I mean, you're abiding by the rules and stuff, and we all want to abide by everything. What's the difference, guys? That some people are gun ho, and some people just don't want to kind of cross the line, or anybody want to comment on the situation that we're in, right? Do we want to cross the line or not? I mean, Angel, you've kind of expressed that. Crosley, what's your thoughts?
And honestly, we actually reopened. We're just keeping it on the down low. you know. So I'm still doing. We will broadcasting all the classes on our Facebook group to those students who don't want to, you know, come in. They have, you know, kept their memberships active. They have been doing the workouts. We have modified our schedule a lot. We have implemented solo drills for those students who don't have anyone to practice with at home. Right now we have we have the online classes going. Then we have a no contact class schedule for those who want to come in but don't want to be in contact with anyone. And then we have the classes going where we have one assigned training partner for the day for each member, you know, separated into stations. So therefore, if anybody, you know, gets tested, we can pinpoint exactly who it is and quarantine that training partner by itself rather than the entire class, for example. So, I mean, we're trying to do accommodate everybody's needs. Don't care about it. They want to come in, they can do that. Obviously, they still got to follow some guidelines. And then we have, you know, the broadcasts going live to those who don't want to come in, but still want to work out their families or their children, their spouses. So, I mean, it's been working out, you know. Some students obviously have been having a hard time adapting. They it's not the same thing as they say. Obviously, it's not. But then again, you know, we need to be able to live our lives, you know, when things go bad as well. We need to be able to kind of lead ourselves into paths where sometimes it's not going to be the most pleasant or as pleasant as what, you know, we have been used to. And again, that's one of the philosophy of martial arts, and that's what we try to instill in our students. So, I mean, we're there for those who want to, you know, come in and take advantage however way they want.
Adapt, overcome, and conquer.
Right.
Right?
That's right.
What's up, Jim Gillen?
What's going on, fellas? How's it going?
How you doing, bud?
Can't complain. Just glad to be here for the 100th podcast from the Hammerfist crew.
Damn, you got some good internet. It looks like.
I do what I can.
Who you working with? Xfinity?
No, I got AT&T, and I paid them a lot of money.
Dude, we got AT&T. It kind of sucks from here, to be honest.
All right.
Hey, Adam Gonzalez says, great assemblage of knowledge and teaching ability right here. Great job, Tom, Archie, and everybody else involved. Yeah, hey, man, the people on the screen right now and the other guys we got coming in today, bro, sick, dude. Sick. I'm honored just to know all these guys, man, and haven't known all you guys for long, but
I'm gonna have to bail out. I gotta go pick up my son from school. Yeah, so here's real quick. Like, I don't know if you guys know, but my son's still in school right now. It's the only school in Tulare County that is open, and we're fighting to keep it open. So the news channels, over there. Yeah, I actually got it's outside Creek School, right on the outskirts of Farmersville. So we're still open, man. So I actually got to pick up my kid from school, which to me is a blessing. So we're trying to keep school open.
Hey, Mark.
Anyhow, I got to go. I got to pick him up. And it's good to see you.
Good to see you.
Before you leave, let me say one thing, Mark. Hey, Mark, since I've been doing jiu-jitsu here in Visalia, I met you way back in the day. You've always been real true to jiu-jitsu and MMA. And, dude, you've always been just a good all-around dude, a great coach. You're a good leader to your people. And I hope you just keep doing what you're doing, Mark. You're with the good guy, with Dan Camarillo. You went with the real good path as far as keeping your knowledge going and, continuing your path, bro. So thank you, Mark, for taking the time, brother. Anybody out there, Mark's easy to get a hold of. Mark's always welcomed anybody into his gym if you go in there with the right attitude and respect. Mark will welcome you right in. Simple as that. Right, Mark?
That's right.
Have a good day, brother.
You have a good day, my friend.
Thanks, Mark.
Peace.
Take care.
Yes. And guys, this show today is all trial and error, us having all these guys. Any of you guys, if you have to back out and leave at any time, not a problem. We got other people that are going to be popping into the show. So, hey, I'll keep saying it throughout the show. Guys, this podcast, we're at episode 100. We couldn't have done it without some of you guys. You know what I mean? And some of the best response we've gotten is with the guys that are on the screen right here. So Dan, Crosley, Angel, Mark, thank you. Thanks for popping in. Dan, I wanted to ask you, what is that picture behind you right there?
Oh, I'm a Godzilla fan.
Yeah.
Did you do
That's
that?
awesome.
It's hand painted by a friend of mine that lives in town.
Oh, okay. I like that, man.
Yeah, so it's like my whole wall. You got Army guys on the buildings.
That is dope.
Oh,
right there.
shit, nice.
You got
That's beautiful.
helicopters. See the helicopters?
Yes.
Oh, shit.
I love
Yeah,
it.
my whole wall.
I love that. And Dan, besides jiu-jitsu, I noticed a lot of your posts. Do you build those video games?
Yeah, I have a partner. He has a CNC machine and he cuts all the wood. And then I assemble it and program it for people who want them. I don't make much money, but it's fun.
It's fun, man, and it's cool. It's old school too.
Yeah.
Crosley, is that your daughter that keeps popping in?
Right.
Awesome, man. Hey, she's more than welcome to enter the show. It's,
Yeah, my little Tina.
that's awesome. One thing about all you guys, man, that I've noticed, all of our friends, you guys that have kids, you guys are really great fathers, man, to your not just your children's but your family. And I always see a lot of positive things with you and your kids, man. So it's awesome to see, man. Batata, I don't know what happened with Batata, but it's one thing about Batata too, is I notice is the great relationship he has with his children. And I think it's super important, man, when you're a father or a mother, the relationship that you have with your children. You guys definitely show that all the time. It's pretty cool, man. And they've got some awesome instructors as parents. Mark, how you doing, bud?
Mark.
What's up, everyone?
Mark Christensen, guys, for y'all that don't know. Mark's a friend of ours. He's a partner of the podcast. Thanks for joining us, bud. Glad you could make it.
Yeah, I'm glad I can make it too. It's been a busy day.
Archie, what do you think, man?
I think this is amazing, Tom. Like you said, we have a few more guests coming on, and we're just going to keep it rolling. I'm just sending out the invites over here in the background. Looks like if Paul Estrada may not be available, but that's okay. But you know what? There's just so much excitement going on, within our MMA Fight Pass crew, and we want to bring that out to everyone else by bringing guests like you guys. Like right now, Dan, Angel, Crosley, and John. But we just got to keep it going, all of us. And I'm glad to hear that everybody's opening their gyms and still doing some work, because we have to do that. That's just the only way to do it. Happy to hear that. So we just got to keep it moving forward, Tom.
Hey, man, a big thing with this show, guys, is we're hoping, and it's already happened to me. I've already had people come up to me, and because of this show, they took that first step to walk into a dojo and get on the mat. And
That's
a lot
awesome.
of people, man, there's a lot of people that could probably be great at jiu-jitsu or any style of martial art, and they could be the toughest guy ever, but they have it in the back of their head. They don't know what it's going to be like to walk into the dojo for the first time, or they don't have the balls, maybe that's the wrong way to say it, the guts or whatever, to walk into a dojo for the first time and get on the mat. Hey, it can be a pretty trippy thing, man. But what I know about all the guys on here and everybody coming on today, dude, all you got to do is just have a little respect and go in with a good attitude, and everybody on the screen right here will welcome you right into their dojo, and you're going to get a positive experience, man. Out of everybody I know that trains here in the Central Valley and other places, hey, the first time that I went with Luis Gonzalez and we traveled 4 hours to go to Crosley Gracie and train with him. Hey, believe me, the whole drive up there, I don't know how it's going to be. I'm going to go up there and train with this Gracie family, and how is it going to be for me to walk into the gym? Awesome experiences, man. Everybody that I've trained with here, all awesome experiences. So if this podcast will just get one person to walk into a dojo and maybe get a little training in, hey, it can change your whole life. The people that you'll meet, maybe you'll turn into a competitor, maybe you won't. Maybe you'll just meet people and you'll meet some new friends. And one thing is I know it will do is it'll make positive things happen in your life. You're going to get a good workout. You're going to get some sweat in, if anything. Angel, what do you got to say for a guy that like I'm talking about, a guy that wants to try the training, but he's not really sure what's going to happen when he walks into the dojo?
Well, I tell them that, okay, I know you're buff and you're like a bodybuilder and you bench 400 pounds, but when you come in here, you're going to get tapped out by a guy that weighs like about like 120, 130, something like that. So I'm like, you can't let your ego get in the way. I know you're like King Tut, you're a bodybuilder and you're cool at the gym, but you got to learn to humble yourself, because I promise you're going to get caught up in a submission and you need to just humble yourself, get caught. And that's the beauty of jiu-jitsu, because we can get caught and not die or break our arm. We can tap out. And to be honest with you, tapping out is the best thing in jiu-jitsu. So I tell them, just tap out, learn a lesson and let's move forward. And usually after they try it out, when I talk them into trying jiu-jitsu, I mean, they already stepped in the gym, so they're already got a foot in the door. And once they try it, I noticed that when they came in, they had an ego, and about a month later, they're happier. And it's strange that jiu-jitsu people, we get happy when we get choked out. It's weird, but it's like, okay, I learned a lesson, so I'm happier today. So that's what I tell them. I go, you're gonna learn lessons. You're always gonna tap out, and just that's how you have a long career. We wouldn't be here today if we didn't tap out. I let them know. So it's the best thing is just tap out, learn, and leave your ego at the door and have fun, and let's grow together. That's what I tell them.
That's awesome, man. And that's true. Now, yeah, Dan,
that's what it's about. It's about
Dan. What would you say to a guy that just the opposite of that? He's not the big buff guy. Maybe just a dude that maybe a kid that's getting bullied in school or whatever, or bullied in life, and he wants to step into the jiu-jitsu dojo.
Well, almost the same thing Angel said. You can't give up, man. You got to keep coming. And I can understand that a brand new person, it can be mentally difficult to get on that mat for the first time. But once you stick with it, just within a few months, your confidence changes. But the main thing is just sticking with it and keep coming and showing up on a regular basis, because if you show up, you have no other choice. You're going to start learning.
That's it. You are going to start learning. And dude, so many lessons to learn, man. It's so many lessons to learn. Crosley, when you first made that trip to America, how old were you, bro, when you got over here?
I was 19.
You were 19. Now, as a young boy, I imagine you started jiu-jitsu probably at a very early age. You had all kinds of great mentors. When you were on our show last time, you talked a little bit about your mentors. Man, at that young age, did you ever think you were going to be over here in America teaching and having your own gym?
Yeah, that's been my lifelong dream for sure. So that's
in the head.
That's I knew what I wanted to do since I started training. So I was able to set out my plan and accomplish all of it.
Dan, did you ever take a trip to Brazil?
No, but hey, Crosley, so when you came to America, you went straight to House? You were 19 at House?
No, I actually went to help my uncle Carly teach in San Francisco. And then things didn't work out with them. Then I went to New York to train Rodrigo for about a month as a trial.
Okay.
Ended up training with Renzo as well, and that the blue they call it the blue basement, but it wasn't a basement. It was the school that was above a math clinic. Some crazy stories on that. Training on that place. And then New York just wasn't for me. And so then I called Ralph from back there, and then I just made the move to San Francisco, and and then the rest is history. And then that's when we met and we had our battles in field. That was good times.
Crosley was tough when he first started, man. Tough. I remember.
Now, Dan, Half, man. I've been to a lot of different Gracie schools, but I fell in love with the Half Gracie training. And Dan, you were right there in the mix, man, with Half Gracie at the Mountain View School and the San Francisco School. Where did you train more at?
Well, Mountain View. Half opened his school in Mountain View, and I didn't go anywhere else. In fact, that was opened way before the San Francisco Academy. But everybody was there. Even before he opened San Francisco, Kurt Osiander was at our academy, So, yeah, but
so you were there right when Crosley came? You were there training?
I remember when Crosley came. Yes, I mean, yeah, for sure, man. He's the one who helped me get my purple belt. I know he doesn't remember, and we talked about that before. But yeah, Crosley helped me. Yeah,
that training at Mountain View was full of killers.
Man, it's one of the toughest places I've been to. You know, if I were to name some the toughest schools I've been to, of course, San Jose State Judo, the judo team there, incredibly tough. And then you got our Mountain View Academy that that I've walked into, extremely tough. And then there's a couple of the Japanese, the judo dojos in Japan that were, man, you just get beat up. You walk on that mat, you're getting beat up. You just got to mentally push yourself through the class. It's really, really tough, man. Good time.
What an experience. I imagine those tough experiences though are what made you the man that you are today. You know what I mean?
My father did, because I would have quit a long time ago. Yeah.
I've never met your dad in person, just on social media. He seems like a cool ass dude, man.
Yeah. He's a good guy, man. Everybody loves that guy. Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
Good times.
Now, Angel, when you got into jiu-jitsu, Brazilian jiu-jitsu, had you trained other martial arts beforehand?
I grew up wrestling, so that's the furthest it's been. I wrestled as a kid, throughout, high school a little bit. And then I came back from the military and I had to do something. I'm like, man, this out of shape wrestler, my buddies, you want to open up an MMA gym? And I'm like, let's do it. So we opened it up, out of shape, started training. Speedy walks in the gym, starts our jiu-jitsu program. Jason Von Flew had the no-gi program. So it was just amazing, to be able to have them come in the gym and help us out and start jiu-jitsu, to start a jiu-jitsu program. So we really got very lucky I got lucky to meet Speedy, is what he's the one that changed my whole life and got me into jiu-jitsu. So I'm so lucky. He's the one that connected me with Mauricio Tinguinha. So to be, train underneath Tinguinha is amazing. And, train under Speedy and Coach Ray Alvarado, they helped me out a lot. So I owe it all to them, man. And we're still learning, and jiu-jitsu is amazing. It changed my life, and it changed everybody else's that enters it. So we're just lucky to be able to have jiu-jitsu.
Speedy, man. Luis Speedy Gonzalez.
Yeah, he's real, man. That guy's serious.
Awesome guy. He won't come on a podcast, man. Not his thing, I guess. Hey, but Luis played a huge part in my jiu-jitsu. I had a deal with Luis. He worked all night in corrections. And he told me, hey, if you'll drive, I'll take you up to Ralph Gracie's academy. So the deal was he'd get out of work, he'd sleep while I would drive his truck, and we would drive all the way up to Mountain View, or we'd go to San Francisco to Kurt's school. We went there quite a bit, Kurt Osayander. And then Luis met Crosley, and we started driving all the way to train with Crosley. Now you guys got it easy, man. There's a jiu-jitsu school on every corner here now in the Valley.
It's great.
Not every corner, but there is a lot of Brazilian jiu-jitsu in the Valley, right, Archie? I mean,
oh yeah, no, hell yeah. Not only is there Brazilian jiu-jitsu now, all that MMA stuff. I mean, not just now. I mean, way back to no one other better. Oh, I was going to say no one other better than Jacob Jeff to tell us about the MMA. He was on. He just got off. But yeah, those Tachi days, right, Tom? I mean, you competed there, shit.
The Tachi days were something else, dude. They were really something else. We'll have Jacob. He'll get back on here. But we have a few of the MMA guys that'll be popping in and out of here, guys. But Mark Christensen, what's up, man? Kind of quiet.
Oh yeah, just listening to you guys. Just listening to your guys' stories.
Wealth of knowledge, right, Mark?
Straight OGs right here.
What's that, Archie?
Jacob Jeff, what up?
What's up, guys?
What's going on? Are you up there in the war or what?
What up?
Yeah, you're on the res. Out here on the res.
Jacob, you might know a lot of the guys on the screen. If you guys don't know, Jacob Jeff is a longtime friend of ours from here in the Valley. Quite a history here with the MMA here in the Valley in Lemoore at the Tachi Palace, the WEC. A lot of the fights that went down locally Jacob was right there, cornered a lot of guys, and he was right there with the tribe from out there in Lemoore. And we got a lot of history with Jacob. Thanks for taking the time for coming on, brother. You know these guys on the screen, Jacob?
Oh yeah, I know all those guys, man. Follow on social media and everything. I got rolled up by Dan a whole bunch of times. Humbled, very humbled.
I think Dan has rolled everybody up.
Yeah. Dan's a man.
Just when you know something.
Right.
Archie, I'm gonna step out. I'm gonna step out and use the restroom, my friend, and keep it going.
You got it. James and I got it. Hey, Jacob, thanks for joining us. One thing that I did want to ask is a little bit about MMA, right? Hosting fights, hosting events, period. What is the Tachi Palace talking to anyone right now? If you don't mind me asking, either on the fight to win scene, one-on-one tournaments or MMA promotions. And, we all heard Dana White talk about wanting to go to Tachi at one time. And
that was a big deal.
That was a big deal. It was pretty close. Yeah. Tell us a little bit about what's going on, Jeff, with MMA.
Yeah, right now we're just kind of just laying low, seeing what's happening with all this COVID stuff, trying to get everything back open. They keep closing everything down. Our restaurants are closed. We're only doing takeout stuff. But when it comes down to the MMA portion of it, we want to stick with being sanctioned. We want to go with the athletic commission. We could still go and do underground stuff or use our sovereign immunity to do shows out there. But we want our shows to be legit. We want to be right. We want everybody to be safe, and handle everything the right way. So right now we're kind of left everything on the back burner, but we are still waiting for Dana White to hit us up on a date. But that's all up to the athletic commission because we want to make sure that everything is on the up and up. And make sure it's a great show.
So if the commission did agree to it?
Yeah, we want people to come and watch the show. Yeah, that's one of the big things, I mean, you know how they're doing all the alternative shows right now where there's no crowd. The only people that can be out there is your corner and everybody. But, yeah, we want it to be where it's legit. We want people to come, support their coaches, their teammates, their friends. So that's kind of what we're waiting on right now.
Gotcha.
James, you got to follow up on that?
He pretty much answered my question. I was going to ask if they were allowed to have a fight to the commission, if they would have it with no fans, but he just answered it saying that they want. So hopefully something will come of that pretty quick because, bringing the UFC back to Valley would just be amazing.
Oh, yeah. Especially if this heat can go down a little bit too, because we want to hold it outside. That way we can have 3,000-4,000 people in the crowd like we used to.
Yeah, back in the day. Yeah. It's been a while since you guys have had fights outside.
Yeah. Nice fights at Tachi.
We have a big outdoor facility out there that we can hold it in. We're getting 3,000 people out there. Man, that's gonna be a crazy show.
Dude, I'm just thinking about parking for that. Like, I'm not even worried if there were fights. I'm like, where am I gonna park? Come on now.
No, man, we'll you can park at my house and I'll just have you driven over.
Cool, I appreciate that.
Well, hey guys, I'm gonna have to get off.
Party in my backyard.
All right, Professor. Peace, Dan.
Yeah. Daniel.
Take care, Angel.
I gotta.
Thanks, Dan.
Take care, Crosley. James, I just met you, man. Good. I wish I could have heard your story. Same with you, Mark. Wish I could have heard your story. Jacob, let's roll again one of these days. All right, bro?
Oh, definitely. Let me get my cardio up real quick, though.
Yeah. Yeah, I got to get going. I got to take care of the academy before we have our first class today. And but hey, thank you for having me on the show, man. And it's a good thing you guys are doing this stuff, man. Thank you.
Thank you, Dan.
Thank you, Dan.
Appreciate it, brother.
All right, man. You guys take care.
All right. You have a great night, my friend.
Nice meeting everybody. See you guys around.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you
so much.
All right. Just like that. Hey, two of the baddest jiu-jitsu dudes right there, man. That I've trained with.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I love it. Angel, you train with both those cats, right?
I never trained with Crosley. I trained at dance school, so it was fun. Yeah, they're good people. I haven't had a chance to roll with Dan yet, but I'm sure he could catch me in something very fancy because he's Dan Camarillo and he's a man. I've always looked up to Dan since I was a white belt. I look at him like a professor, so You know, and me, you know, I train everywhere. You see me, I go around the world, so I get to roll with lots of different black belts, and it's just, they're insane out there. You know, there's a lot of good technique everywhere, you know, so we can always get humbled. And that's what I like about jiu-jitsu. I'm learning every day. I got blessed to be able to fight some of the best black belts on the Fight to Win Pro stage and in major tournaments, you know, like the Europeans and stuff like that. So I'm just lucky, and I'm having a great time, and I'm getting better during it all. I've done over 60 tournaments as a black belt. So
damn,
dude, you know what I envy about you, brother? Hey man, I can't say this about everybody, but dude, you have just the willingness to compete anywhere and everywhere. You'll travel all over the world. But dude, hey, in victory and defeat, because both things in martial arts, you're gonna have to experience them. You have a great man, you have a great attitude, man. You have a great attitude in victory or defeat, brother. I love it.
I'm going to tell you why, because I've been through so much in my life, and like I couldn't tell my whole story about life, but I've been through so much, and you know, and once you've been through a lot and you realize that, hey, I'm alive and I made it, then you're going to be able to be happy in life, and you're going to like wake up in the morning and thank God you're breathing. So, you know, being in the military, from being in the streets, from, you know, experiencing a tough life and transferring that all to jiu-jitsu, it's just jiu-jitsu is the only way, you know, for me right now. Jiu-jitsu, taking care of my family, respecting people, having fun. I'm nothing special, but I know that positive energy always wins, and I'm going to keep going. Do I have a couple haters? Fuck yeah. When you're coming up, people hate. I don't give a shit. Kiss my fucking ass. You know, I'm not afraid to cuss either. I learned that in the military and on the streets. So,
hey, it's
you
true.
know, it's like, I'm real as fuck. Man. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. And, you know, when I was on the stage downtown at the Freedom Rally in Fresno, I called out the mayor of Fresno. He's a fucking bitch because he don't open up. He's a Republican, but he's following Newsom's orders. That shit don't fucking make no sense to me. So I'm like, fuck you. You know what I mean? He's a bitch. Let me be the mayor of Fresno and open this fucking shit up. That's why, you know, we're doing things and they ain't stopping shit. That's what's up.
But Matt's in the middle of town.
I will, shit. We will. You guys come out. We'll fucking, you know, we'll have the videography. We'll have some fun. Shit.
In this heat, if somebody streamed it, I would watch it from home because I'm not trying to be outside in these triple digits.
Hey, guys, we're going to have fun, dude. We're going to have fun. You know, we can't quit. We got to keep going. You know, it's tough times, but tough people make it through tough times, and we're going to fucking win. We're going to win. Us jiu-jitsu guys, we're strong-minded. We're going to keep training. If you guys ever need to roll somewhere and you get bored in your cities, please come to my gym. We got a back gate code. I'll give you the code. You come in. We train. It's all good, dude. A lot of bodies. A lot of bodies to roll with. Everybody's cool. No egos. You can drink a beer out back. It don't fucking matter. Smoke a joint. I don't give a fuck. It's about freedom in America. That's it. And our gym, and to be honest with you, all of our students have been paying dues, and I'm thankful for all of them. So I want to give a shout out to them. And we got a lot of new students that need something to do to take care of their mental health and physical health. So they're signing up as well. So it's a big private party, and we're doing this.
Hey, how good for mental health? Speaking of mental health.
Yeah.
Speaking of mental health, bro, I know you've came across it. I know I have.
Yes.
How good is martial arts jiu-jitsu training for a guy with mental health?
I mean, it's amazing because it's like, okay, you know, you're feeling stressed out, you're unhappy, whatever the case may be. Just get in there, train, and you'll feel better. Like me, I take days off because I'm going to be on Fight to Win Pro next week. So I'm like, okay, I need a day off. I've been training hard. But I'm the guy that when I walk in the gym and somebody's there, I start rolling with them. I'm like, damn it, I didn't even get a day off. I don't like to overtrain, but you know, it's essential to the brain to train because when you sweat and feel good and break a sweat, you feel better. So, you know, I recommend, you know, and jiu-jitsu's therapy, you know, all sports and all weightlifting, all that's all therapy. You got to take care of yourself and it helps your mental health. Mental health is essential. And that's why jiu-jitsu should be deemed essential. I don't know who the hell deems all these other businesses essential, like Walmart and shit. It's a big ass box, but you can't do jiu-jitsu in your own fucking gym. That don't make sense. So, you know, we all want to work. We all want to open up our gyms and we all want to open up our businesses. So, you know, I had to be a voice for the small businesses and, hey, following that constitution, dude, let's do this shit. You know, straight up. Keep moving.
Do what you got to do. What's up, Jeremy Lutel?
What's up, fellas?
Well said.
What up, homeboy?
There he is. You guys that don't
us.
know, Jeremy Luchel, Iridium Sports. Jacob Jeff, you know this guy, right?
No comment.
What a guy.
He's an
It
MMA
froze
guy.
like right now.
He's a man.
It froze. It froze when you guys are asking. So I'm
What's
like,
up? What's up, Jeremy?
How you guys doing?
Good.
Good.
We're live, shit.
Hey,
Fuck.
we're doing good, man. We're ready for some MMA to happen again around here.
That's right. 559 fights need to come back. We need to just fucking open and say fuck it and just have 559 fights tomorrow. Something like that.
It'd be fun.
Hell yeah.
Damn, Tom Knox with the beard.
Tom.
What up, Tom?
What's happening, guys?
Right.
How you doing, Tom?
Good, Tom.
Thanks for taking a moment, bro.
There you go. Silenced.
No, now it's all good. Now it's all good. I think my
Hey,
wife
Tom,
took
can
a
you hear
second.
me?
What up, everybody?
Yep.
Right
All
on,
good.
man. Hey, how's life going, bud? Are you here in Visalia or what?
Yeah, just here, man. Just same old story. Training every day.
Dude, you guys haven't skipped the beat, man. I noticed I talked to a few people that train with you guys. You guys are doing your thing. I love it. Nobody's giving you guys any issues or anything like that?
No, we've gotten letters from the county in the city, but it don't mean shit to me.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
That's what I
That's
like to
real.
hear, man. You guys got to do what you got to do, man.
Angel, you mentioned something
Right.
that the city or county angel hit you up too. Were you able to brush that off? I mean, you're good.
Well, you know what? They attacked me when I got off stage when I was downtown, at the Freedom Rally on May 6th. I opened the gym that day. So I got a constitutional attorney. So I'm like, I'm opening up. I said it right on fucking stage. They came down the next day and gave me a fine. But that day, May 6th, that I opened up, I had over 150 people there in the back barbecuing, fucking partying, fucking doing whatever the fuck they want, doing jiu-jitsu, rolling around. It looked like 4th of July in there so they could kiss my fucking ass. They came the next day. And they gave me a fine, but they didn't give it directly to me. I was somewhere else in the gym because I saw them come in. They gave it to one of my students, which basically like a customer. You know what I'm saying? He was not even, he was a new person coming to check out the gym and they just handed him the fine. So I was able to beat that because it's unconstitutional. So, just following the Constitution, and it's not a law. It's a recommendation, so we're gonna go on ahead and stick to the Constitution. I was in the military, so I don't believe in all this fucking bullshit going on. We don't wear masks. I wear masks to get from point A to point B sometimes, but other than that, at Halo, if you come in a mask, I'm gonna think you're scared, and I'm gonna have a talk with you and say maybe you should just go home or just believe in your immune system and let's get better. That's just where my head's at. I'm on a different page, but. No offense to anybody else. If you feel like you gotta protect yourself, go on ahead and do it. But I protect myself through training and, building our immune system. So that's what we do.
Keeping it going, man. What about you, Archie? You still getting some jiu-jitsu in or what?
Actually, I haven't done much training for jiu-jitsu. I've just been doing a lot of road work. I went one day actually to a 5:30 morning class, and I got thrown the wrong way. I didn't tell anybody about it, but I haven't been out there for a while and recovering and I just do my own stadium workouts. I do a lot of stadiums and I do a lot of conditioning. But I haven't been thrown or haven't been throwing anybody lately for other reasons. Yeah.
And Jacob, what's going on out there in Lemoore, bud? Are you guys still training or what? The Lemoore connection.
Jacob.
Hey, what's up?
You got a serious delay there, Jacob. It's all right.
It's all right. We're having plenty of delays, little computer issues today.
Yeah.
Tom, what's up with the IBJJF? Are they going to be back in action here pretty quick?
Yeah, man. Starting in September 19th, we're going to Austin for the Austin Open. And then the following weekend, September 26th, is Oklahoma City. So they're starting up again. The team's ready. I think we're taking like 10 or 12 people to Austin and probably about the same number for Oklahoma City.
That's awesome, man. Hey, and congratulations on your guys that competed the other night in Fight to Win.
Man.
Dude, that was a freaking crazy slam from the triangle. Josh Rodriguez, is that his name?
Yeah, little Josh, man. The kid weighs like 120 pounds. And
dude, if you guys haven't seen it, look that video up. Maybe Archie can pull it up. But one thing, it kind of sets wrong with some people when you see a guy in a jiu-jitsu tournament, the guy slaps on a triangle and the guy picks him up and slams him because, like, IBJJF, you can't slam, right?
Right.
But in reality, if you watch MMA or say it's a street self-defense situation and you're the jiu-jitsu guy and you put a triangle on a guy, that guy will spaz out and a lot of guys that don't know shit will lift you up and slam you down. Like, you got to know what to do right there. So I kind of do like that rule in Fight to Win and some other, because hey, it's reality. That is reality. That guy could have hugged the leg. He could have let go of the triangle, could have hugged the leg. There's things you can do right there. He didn't do them. Hey, and that was beautiful. And then Josh, hey, he showed Will good respect right afterwards. Talk a little bit about that. Is he train right here in Visalia, or is he just over there in Porterville?
No, he trains in Visalia, man. This kid trains like 3-4 times a day. He literally, sometimes he does 5:30 in the morning, 9, 10, 4, and 6. He'll train all day.
Damn. Wow.
But he's the nicest kid. He really is. Like, the kid literally has a vegetable garden. He brings me vegetables and fruit like 2 times a week. The kid's like the nicest kid. So to see him do something so violent was sort of shocking. But like I said, he played by the rules. The guy put a triangle on, and it is what it is, you know. But thank God nobody got hurt. The guy's okay. He just got knocked out. But you're right. This rule set allows for slams like this. So if you lock on a triangle, you better be prepared to either let go or be prepared to get slammed. So, no, man.
Hey, what do you recommend right there? Like, if, say, I'm putting a triangle on a guy and the guy goes to lift me, what is something that you recommend? Of course, you can let go, but is there something that you would go to if a guy went to lift you up like that?
Yeah, you got to hook the leg to stop him from standing up. But if you can't hook the leg, as soon as your back leaves the mat, you got to open the triangle, or, like I said, be prepared to take a slam.
Yes. And if that was on concrete or on a hard floor or something, imagine how brutal that would be.
If it was anywhere other than the Fight to Win ring, because remember, Fight to Win ring has 2 3-inch wrestling mats, and it's 3 feet off the ground like a WWE ring. So there's a lot of spring and a lot of give. So to knock somebody out on that is actually pretty hard. You did that on a regular mat, a wrestling mat, the IBJJF tournament mat, man, somebody would get hurt pretty bad, So
pretty brutal. It'd be brutal. Hey, and then big props to Cliff Sabro and his son. They both Cliff, man, if you guys don't know Cliff, super good guy right there. He's a great a leader. He's a good father and a family man. Right. And he has a great attitude, man, when he goes out there and competes. And his son, I met his son when he was quite young and just a quiet young kid. But, man, you guys got a group of youngsters right there that are training with you guys that they've literally made jiu-jitsu evolve to another level. And, man, when I watch these young kids compete, not just from your school but other schools too with these – dude, talk about the evolution of jiu-jitsu since you started and opened your school. Like, how different is it with this next generation of these youngsters? It's completely different.
It's crazy because, like you said, just in our gym alone, we have this group of teens, probably about 10 to 15 teens that now have been training since they were all 5 and 6 years old. So they got 10, 11 years worth of mat time now. And they've all taken it serious. So most of them are either in homeschool or don't, they just train all day long now. And their level now, I mean, it's just crazy is, these blue belt and purple belt teens it's like another level. It's like black belts were, 5, 6 years ago. And so to see the level of these kids, and like I said, we got both Cisneros brothers, the Sands brothers, Owen Sabro, Sam Holsey, Ron's son. We have this phenomenal group of teens that literally, they come and train every day. They have their own group within the gym, and they just hang out together, and they just train together, and they just literally like make adults want to go home and cry sometimes. It's pretty funny.
I bet, dude. I bet they're they're like the new version of the laptop that's coming out this year. You know what I mean?
Right,
or the latest,
right.
or the latest. That's what it reminds me of. You know what I mean? The newest Xbox is coming out, or the Apple phone, or whatever. These youngsters, man, it seems like they learn stuff quicker, and then they take what you teach them and they can just add to it. It's brutal, dude. It's really something else, man. Really something else.
It's been amazing
Archie,
to see
you
Josh and Jacob have taken all these kids sort of under their wing too, and really helped with the involvement. And basically, Josh and Jacob have almost taken over like a team program and helping these guys, develop their own games, because it's sort of cool to see like the teens interact with each other. Because these kids are also like, they're all good students, they're all good kids too. So it's amazing to see their overall development, not just their jiu-jitsu world,
Do you notice that these kids in their life outside of jiu-jitsu, that the jiu-jitsu and martial arts does that help them? You know what I mean? Does that go on to what they're doing on outside?
Yeah, it's pretty cool because, I have Owen help teach class, Josh, Jacob, Sam Holsey, they are all helping us teach classes. And so they're learning how to interact with people. And that's the biggest thing I would say is, teens now don't know how to communicate. They just everything through text or,
It's crazy.
Owen and Josh and Jacob can actually go hold a conversation face to face with somebody now, because they've been forced to get that interaction through teaching,
Dude, and that's something, man. People out there that are watching it, there's people that watch this show that they've never even been on the mat. This world is quickly going to a crazy thing. When I watch my younger family, it's too much, man. I love this thing, believe me. Don't get me wrong. But the computers, the laptops, the video games, the phones, it's changing, man. This world is changing rapidly. Hey, and the jiu-jitsu mat is a good spot where we're not using this thing. You are using this thing right here, and you're communicating with the person face to face. So it's got to help you in that. It's got to help you in that area. You know what I mean? For anybody sees their kid way too much on the phone or on the video game or on the laptop, get them into a dojo. Doesn't have to be jiu-jitsu. Might be kickboxing or boxing or something else, something like that. You know what I mean? Definitely will help you out.
I'm super proud of all the teens, everybody at our gym, but man, I'm super proud of all the teens and the work they've accomplished on and off the mats. But yeah, we're really lucky to have an amazing group of teens. It's amazing.
Yep. And if anybody out there ever wants to get humbled by some young bucks, go just take a trip down there. Go in there with the right, like I said about everybody else on the show today. All you have to do, anybody's welcome to go into these gyms and these dojos. Just go in with respect, have a good attitude. And that's really all it takes, right? Anybody can go in there. You're not stopping anybody from getting on those mats.
Anybody, any size, any experience, it don't matter. Just show up and train. That's, we just want bodies in the gym and start living the jiu-jitsu lifestyle,
Awesome lifestyle we're living.
Right.
Now, Angel, Tom, you guys have even competed against each other.
Yes.
You ever take a little field trip from your school over to Tom's or Tom's likewise, vice versa?
Actually, we have good cross training. So our kids go over there and train a lot all the time. We have some of Tom's students come train with us, and our students train over there. So we have an open door policy. Thank you, Tom, for that. It's been awesome. And we're Central California. A lot of us fight around the world and compete around the world. Tom's always been there for me. Like when I went to Japan, helped me out. Like Angel, stay here. Or, when I go to Europe. So Tom's always been a good, positive influence on me and our team. And he's a great man. And, Tom's a man, and we're doing good together. I mean, our teams are training together, and we're so lucky to be able to do that. And we're in Central California. We're doing really good in jiu-jitsu. Our teams are very strong. And, hey, we got some hitters on both teams. So it's an honor to be able to train together, and do things like that.
Jeremy, we talked earlier with Jacob about Lemoore and what they were hoping to do when stuff starts to open. What's the situation for you guys at the moment?
I think.
I think that we're still shut down. There's not a whole lot you can do. I wish it was as simple as us just being able to open up the doors and host fights, but obviously with us always doing sanctioned events and having licenses and all the fighters having licenses and specific medicals and things like that they need to do, like the entire commission's totally shut down right now. There's just no way for us to do events until the governor allows us to, because everything's kind of ran through the state as far as that's concerned. The only way that you'll be able to see any type of MMA is if maybe one of these casinos on some tribal land wants to take a chance and get creative with a promoter and do some events that way. There's probably very few promoters in the state that'll want to take some risks and gambles like that, or have the ability to kind of be smart enough to work something out like that with one of these casinos. But I know that there's two guys on the podcast right now that constantly bounce ideas off of each other and are always looking to kind of continue to build MMA in this area. So, I mean, if anything can get done in this area, we'll definitely make it happen.
It's going to happen. That's for sure. It's going to happen.
Jacob mentioned the same thing. Jacob, you were saying that, you prefer to do a sanctioned event because that's just the way you guys always been. And it's good, to try to be and stay in that realm of the sanctioned event. How difficult would it be to do otherwise, Jeff? Not that you're going to do it, and not sanctioned.
It's, we can do it. The only thing is, we got that. Anyway. So, if we went and did an unsanctioned show, then that would probably put a black eye on us when it came down time for the UFC to come in and wanted to try to do a show. So right now, an unsanctioned show would probably be off the books. Like, we ain't going to do that.
Now, I don't know if you guys would happen to know any of this. When Porterville was running the Warriors Cage, were those sanctioned events?
No, those weren't sanctioned.
Well, I got an idea.
There you go, man. There you go.
Anything's possible.
Yeah, and doing something sanctioned, there's millions of different ways for an event to actually technically be sanctioned. You know what I mean? For an event to be sanctioned by California is one thing, or there's other sanctioning bodies that are not in California that you could utilize. Speaking specifically, like Jacob had mentioned before about the Tachi event, when the UFC was coming wasn't going to be an unsanctioned event. You know what I mean? They were going to do everything under the guidelines that were pursuant to Nevada. So there's ways that we could still host events and do things, just not under California specifically, but that would still be considered sanctioned. So there's ways, there's loopholes, there's ways to do it. It just takes a couple of people to get together, be creative, and come to terms on what they think would be safe, if that makes sense.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, absolutely. A lot of politically correctness out there. Jeremy, before I forget, I wanted to say congratulations to you and Iridium Sports. You guys been on fire. The last couple of fighters out there with Alex, with Chito, and tell us a little bit about your crew, man. What's your guys' next fight? I know Alex has a fight coming up, right?
Yeah, Alex is going to go November 21st against Brandon Moreno. That's essentially going to be like a number one contender fight. So the winner of that fight will be able to fight either the Garbrandt and Figueroa winner. I've always said, it's a great area for us to be in and to be part of, essentially part of our home base, the Central Valley. We have great gyms. We have great minds here that have helped put together a lot of athletes. Whether it be Tom or Angel or whoever, they've all touched all of these athletes in some kind of way. Maybe it was just they came by and rolled 1 or 2 days. You know what I mean? There's something that someone from each of the gyms have given them to. And then Jacob, Jeff, and Tachi and all these places, 559 Fights have given guys opportunities to compete, continue to grow their brand. So I think collectively as an area, we've all done a great job of supporting our local athletes, and the Joe Sotos, the Mary Renaults, the Alex Perez's, all these guys that have gone, Kane, everybody that's gone through and gone on to compete at the next level, and you guys have all been a big part of me growing as a business person in regards to MMA and helping to provide good quality management to athletes across the country and beyond. So I think it's just been a collective thing amongst all of us. I've learned something from all these men that are on here. You know what I mean? And I always bring it up, and I'll always continue to bring it up. like Christian Printup to me is kind of like the godfather, especially in our area. You know what I mean? Someone who passed down a lot of great knowledge to me. You know what I mean? And I learned a great deal from him and Jacob and Richard and everybody through the years. So it's just been a blessing to be able to. I just think it says something a lot about our area. You know, like yeah, we all might get frustrated with each other at a time or two, and we all might not like the way one another does business. But at the end of the day, we've all kind of had each other's backs. And we've all kind of helped one another when we could, and we all secretly pull for each other. You know what I mean? I pull for everybody, and I want everyone to do well here.
Now, with everything being shut down, have you been out scouting new talent to bring into either 559 fights, or even to sign to your agency? Like, what has been going on?
You kind of paused a little bit. I didn't get the second half of your question, but the first half of your question, like I'm always constantly looking for new talent. You know what I mean? I'm always looking for the next big things. I keep my eyes and ears on the street. You know what I mean? Listening to all these guys talk about the next level of guys, whether it's be in jiu-jitsu or whatever it is. See who's going to transition into MMA later in life. Specifically for Iridium, I'm always doing that. That's the main component of my job is to fighter operations is to look for guys, new talent and stuff like that. So, with things being kind of at a standstill as far as amateurs is concerned, I've kind of taken a step back and, just kind of put that on pause for now. There's not a whole lot we can do as far as 559 is concerned. There's a lot of great athletes. I've talked to a few of the athletes here and there that we're getting close to, being able to fight professionally. And I've kind of encouraged them, hey, if there's some professional opportunities that become available, that they should probably look that direction, because I don't foresee fights in California happening anytime soon. So if they have some opportunities, outside of California, they might want to pursue them. But I'll always, help people however I can in some capacity.
Tom, do you have guys coming in there for like MMA guys ever coming in there?
Man, we get so many people. I mean, even now, we get so many visitors per week. MMA guys, different jiu-jitsu guys. It's a lot of bodies come through the gym on a normal week, man. So as far as like prospects in our own gym, that's not really been our focus. The focus has just been creating good jiu-jitsu guys and making good jiu-jitsu players. Whatever they decide after their jiu-jitsu career, maybe they transition into MMA. But it's most of the guys right now are focused on just making themselves black belt world champions, and then after becoming black belt world champions, then they'll probably move on to something else. Which seems to be the career path for most jiu-jitsu people. If you look at the success in UFC, like Mackenzie Dern, black belt world champion, transitions pretty much directly in UFC. Buchecha just signed with one championship. Has never had an MMA fight, but he's a 10-time world champion for jiu-jitsu. So I think this is just like a wrestler. They go D1 wrestling, maybe go Olympic wrestling, and then they transition to MMA. So for jiu-jitsu, these guys, a lot of them, maybe after they get like a black belt championship level experience, then they will transition from MMA.
Buchecha, yeah. Something else right there.
The beast.
What about you, Angel? What about you in the MMA realm?
I think I'm just going to stick to jiu-jitsu right now. I mean, I like to throw dogs, and I still strike. I do Muay Thai still here and there. I do train with Crew. He's at our gym now. He runs our Muay Thai program there, One Kicks Muay Thai. So it's awesome. He's from the Visalia area. He was out there, so he's at our gym now. So it's just amazing to have him there. He's a good instructor, and, I put on the gloves sometimes, and I let it go. I let him rip. So, but I'm just sticking to jiu-jitsu. I'm going to be on Fight to Win Pro next week, so I'm going to go on ahead and do that next Friday night. So I'm just having fun. I like to get on the mat and get choked out, or try and choke someone. They choke me, tap me. It's all good. We're jiu-jitsu guys. We got to be able to do that, right? So you got to stay humble, because you're going to get got sometime, and that's what life's about, having fun.
Absolutely. Hey, guys, I wanted to share, Batata was with us earlier. He just had some connection issues, but he went out of his way, guys, to make a video for us, and I just wanted to put it on. So he, a lot of us know that he is well known for his loop chokes, and that's exactly what he put together. So let me get this screen share going on here.
Just check it out. He sent a little video.
Yeah, he's custom made by Mr. Batata himself. Here it goes.
Thank you, Batata. Any volume? So, guys, when I first met Batata, he was all about the Luke Choke series, and he had a whole bunch of them to show. Let's see what he got right here. Look at this little private
Basically,
training space.
he's like, you see this guy? This guy's going to get rolled up right now. That's basically what he's saying.
Definitely. The Luke Choke King.
Archie, was there no volume or what?
Can you hear the audio? I have it on.
Oh. That's all right. We can see it.
I can't hear it. True.
Hey, Tom Ranger, you guys think you can walk us through this?
I don't know how he's going to do it.
If he's going to, I mean, looks like he's doing some shoulder pressure to control the head, which is good shoulder pressure. Good way to control the body without having to use your hands. I see him talking
Sponsored
about
by EA
his chest.
Sports.
But I still don't have any idea what choke he's going to set up.
Me too. I'm like, what the heck? He's got something going on.
Right.
I can hear.
Yeah.
I don't know. The guy's going to leg under and go to his knees.
He's setting up the move right now. He said he's
He gets most of them when the guy leg unders and goes to the knees.
I believe so.
Oh.
Yeah, so now he's switching to an overhook. Stuff the head. Yeah, the guy goes to the knees.
Oh.
So he's going, yeah. Now he's going to roll through for the loop.
The loop, yep. Going to his back.
So he grabs the gi.
Yeah.
Switch.
That's it. It's like a reverse loop choke. Yeah, it's a beautiful choke setup.
Yes. I love it.
Clean.
You guys, if you never met Batata, he's one of the coolest dudes, man. Super, super cool guy. Talked a little bit about him earlier, but spends a lot of time with his family, a lot of time with his son. He's enjoys surfing. Guy's a pretty tremendous surfer. But hey, just an all-around cool-ass dude right there, man. Cool-ass guy to go train with or just to know.
Very awesome guy. I know him.
Like most jiu-jitsu guys I've ever met, man.
Absolutely.
Jiu-jitsu is something, man. There's a certain type of person that does jiu-jitsu and sticks with it. Look at that. Very nice. Very nice. Thank you, Batata. Batata had a bad connection, but Batata's a friend of ours, and we always respect him. You know what I mean? I'm appreciative of coming on to the show.
Here it goes. Full speed.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. That's one of his favorites right there.
It's clean.
Yes.
Man, I would have been sleeping just on the tutorial, man.
For real.
Put me to sleep just watching it.
It's like, hey, now.
Now, Tom, we were talking a lot earlier about Half Gracie and Tinguinha and these guys from that side of that jiu-jitsu family or whatever. Talk about one of your main coaches a little bit. I haven't been able to get him on the podcast. Maybe it's not his thing. But he's your coach, Kleber Luciano. That dude is a legend in Brazilian jiu-jitsu. I remember him competing from when I was a white belt. That guy was in almost every tournament competing, big-time competitor. Hey, how did you meet Kleber, man?
I met Kleber when we moved to Newport Beach in like 2006, 2005, 2006. When we moved to Newport Beach, same thing. I had seen Kleber a lot in the early 2000s on the competition circuit. Fought on the same mat with him a couple times. When I was a blue belt, he was fighting on the same mat, so I kept getting to see all his matches. And I really liked he had a really aggressive attacking style, had a good judo background, and so. When we moved to Newport, the first gym I went to was Kleber's because I knew he had a really good competition team. And man, as soon as I walked through the door, he treated me really good, like, family basically. And we just became really good friends. And so 2008, when the economy crashed, we decided to move back up to Visalia and start a gym. And Kleber has always been a big support for it. But yeah, I mean, he comes from the Gracie Humaita side. For that family, that side of jiu-jitsu. He's an original student for Hoyler and Hickson is who gave him his black belt.
From Hickson Gracie, right?
Yeah, Hoyler and Hickson. Hoyler was still in Brazil. Hickson had already moved here to California, and so it was in like 92, Kleber moved over to he literally came here illegally. He was in the trunk of a car with some coyotes. Came across the border. He literally came here illegally, lived on people's couches, taught private lessons in garages until he got enough money to get a building. Didn't have any English when he came here. Literally had nothing. But he came from nothing in Brazil too. He's from the favelas. He's not rich, he literally is like the American dream when you talk about somebody coming into a country and creating wealth out of nothing. He did it, and it's an amazing story. Actually, somebody should make a movie about it because it's a pretty amazing story.
We got to get him on. We've been trying, Tom.
I believe it. Yeah.
Technical stuff is not his forte. You'd probably have to get his wife involved.
There you go. Okay, we'll do that.
Hey, it's understandable. Hey, you said the same thing I was getting ready to say, but when I first saw Kleber compete in all those competitions, him more than any other Brazilian black belt that I saw from Brazil, Kleber seemed to be using a lot of judo throws, which I didn't see a lot of other people doing at the time. Where does that come from with him, the judo background?
Well, he's a judo black belt, so he started judo the same age I did. He started judo at 4 years old. He didn't start jiu-jitsu until he was 14, so his main background was judo. And then too, when you come from like the Gracie Humaita lineage, they incorporate a lot of the Kodokan judo into their curriculum as well anyway. So it all just sort of blended together. So yeah, and a lot of the guys that come from Kleber's gym, myself, Felipe, and a few of the other black belts also have like a judo background where we were already judo black belts when we started jiu-jitsu.
Good way to start.
Right.
Hell of a good way to start. Angel, you ever tamper with any judo?
Yes, I've done some judo with Ray Alvarado. I understand some throws and stuff like that. I grew up wrestling, so I totally understand throws. So, but I got to be careful though when I'm on a mat with a really good judo guy because they'll trip you real fast. Like Tom's really good at that, and a lot of other jiu-jitsu players out there. So, yeah, judo's it's very technical. You got to watch out. You can be a stud, but they'll trip you if you're not ready. So you got to be ready. But yeah, judo, I like it. It's very technical and you got to watch out. You can lose a match real quick.
Well said, Angel. If you don't watch it, you're gonna get tripped.
Yeah,
I got tripped by some little guys early on.
It's really like that. It's really like that. Like the technique is insane. Like they stand straight up. I'm like, I don't want to stand with this guy. You know what I mean? I'm not tall, like, because they're gonna trip you, bam, because they're right near you. So I get it, and I like it, and it's a challenge. I can't wait to fight some more judo guys.
I know you guys had Dan on earlier, and I don't know if many people realize, but that Dan's level of jiu-jitsu or judo, and jiu-jitsu, but his level of judo is like Olympic caliber. When Dan was in his prime, and his brother Dave and another guy that named Randy Mamura, these guys for the Central Valley area were like Olympic level. Like Dan, his judo is man. Like, I have mad respect for his jiu-jitsu. I think I have more respect for his judo, because his judo, man, he has a beautiful judo. His foot sweeps, his uchimata, he has some insane throws for Dan.
He has a Diashi.
Very good.
He's got a Diashi that's one of the most beautiful I've ever seen.
I study his Diashi because I love Diashi, so I studied his and the way he does it. He has amazing setups for it.
It's so beautiful. It's a beautiful foot sweep, and he makes it look effortless. One of the best judo throws I caught on one of them VHS camcorders from back in the day when I'd go to these tournaments. I still got the little cassette tape, outdated. Was from his brother Dave Camarillo, and it was a Seo. He was a purple belt, and it was a Seoi Nagi, a single arm throw right into an arm bar. And back then in those BJJ tournaments, you didn't really see too much of that. Really, you see a lot of guys pulling guards, but you didn't see too many guys executing those type of Nagi Te.
Right.
You know what I mean? Dave Camarillo, we haven't had him on the show yet either, but he's another one. You mentioned him. Man, when you were, Tom, before you did BJJ competition, because I know you competed in judo as well, right? Did you see those guys in the circuit back then or what?
I actually competed against Dan. It was probably like 1998 or 97. It was whenever he was with the Fresno State judo team. Fresno State had an amazing judo team at the time. And so I competed against Dan. I don't remember what tournament it is. It might have even been the Fresno tournament. Yeah, he beat me by a pwn. I don't remember what throw. I just know I was on my back. You know?
Happens. That's how we learn. That's how we learn right there.
Dan was like damn near Olympic level for judo, you know.
Yes, I love watching those guys compete. Jacob Jeff. Jacob, are you at your pad or what?
What's up? What's up?
Are you at home?
Huh?
Are you at home?
Yeah, I'm at my house. Hey, yeah. Hey, I was gonna say that I was able to judge a couple of clubbers MMA fights, so that was also pretty cool to watch too.
Yeah, because Kleber he fought MMA too, right?
Yeah, he fought up at the Warriors cage a few times. He even fought Itachi, I think, one time. Thing with Kleber, he would take 10, 15 pounds out of his weight class because he just wanted to fight. He didn't care. So I remember he fought a really tough guy. Itachi, way bigger than him. Yeah, I mean, he's a gamer.
Yeah, the cool thing about it, when he would come up to fight, I would just put my pen down because like I just wanted to watch the fight because I knew it wasn't going to go the distance. So I would just sit down and watch it and just enjoy watching him fight. He was really good.
Nice. Yeah, I even seen Kleber fight in a Bellator match in LA one time. He actually was one of the prelims in Bellator. A bunch of people from the club went out there.
Yeah, the funny thing is the dude's like 46 years old now, and he'll still fight. I mean, he shouldn't be fighting, but if somebody offered him a fight today, he'd probably start training and take it. You know, it's crazy.
He's 46, huh?
He's 46. Yeah.
So does he still have a school down there in Huntington Beach?
Yeah, he has. Man, his gym, everything in Orange County is closed. So I'll say Kleber's closed, using air quotes. Okay.
That's real.
Because Angel's closed and I'm closed too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, right. Quote unquote.
Right.
Kiss our ass, Newsom.
Hey Jeff, where are you getting your training at, Jeff? I know you train all kinds, but you keep it at home, or are you going anywhere?
Right now, I just stay at home. Me and Quinones, we get some training in every once in a while, but pretty much just stay here. I miss rolling. I miss getting choked out by people. I miss getting punched by people, but mainly just staying home.
Yeah, I hear you, man. I feel the same way. Well, things are going well. It's good to hear from you, Jeff. I mean, it's Jacob. It's been a while, since we wanted to get you on the show also. And I'm glad you got on the show with us. I know lots been going on there, running the business at Tachi. And unfortunately, MMA is not there yet. But hopefully, Mr. Dana White can call you sooner than later. You have his number. Maybe you should call him up.
Exactly.
I'll be the guy alone, man. He'll get to us. He's got a list of things he's got to do. So.
Right.
That is crazy that they were going to have a UFC out there. Well, Tom,
that's awesome. They were going to have UFC.
I know. Well, things will get back in order, man. Things will get back in order. Tom, what's up with the? We didn't get a chance to talk with him today, but we will in the future. The Cisneros brothers, man. Hey, everybody's looking forward to seeing them compete again. Is there going to be a fight to win coming back to town anytime soon? Angel or Tom? Do you guys know?
No, they're going to stay in Texas, but the Cisneros, both Josh and Jacob, and then the Sands brothers, Diego and Quentin, they're all going to be on the same show next weekend, the 28th, with same show as Angel. So those guys will be out there. Actually, it's Josh, Jacob Cisneros, Quentin and Diego Sands, and then the kid Josh Rodriguez will be back on the show. And I think Owen Stabro is also going to be on the show. So we're just basically sending all our teams out there to go fight to win right now.
Exactly.
Keep the youth guys busy.
That's right. I think I'm still youthful. Me and Tom are still kids. You know what I mean? We're still young, but we're all right. We're still doing it. But yeah, we gotta stay busy. It's in Texas. That's where it's at. That's where Fight to Win is. So I'm sure when California opens the fuck back up, then they'll have it back here again. And that'd be awesome for Fresno, you know what I mean, for the Central California as well, all of us, because we need that here. We need that professional show here to showcase art, because we got too many good jiu-jitsu practitioners out here, and we're going to have fun, and we're going to get better together. And I'm sure they'll be back here for sure.
Most definitely, man. Most definitely.
Definitely.
Well, guys, man, it's been a true honor knowing you guys, all of you guys, everybody that came onto the show today. Our 100th episode, Archie, we made it to. We had some technical problems today, man. We didn't know if it was going to happen. Out of all days, dude. Out of all days for a
nothing's perfect right now, though, at all.
Right? Out of all days for a computer to mess up, literally like 10 minutes before the show, it acts up on us. But hey, we made it through, man. And Archie, thanks for pushing through and being so good at this technology stuff. James, thank you. Jacob, want to get you on a show for a complete show here pretty soon and just talk straight MMA and get into some history of the MMA. And Angel and Tom, thank you guys for keeping up with what you guys do with the jiu-jitsu. And man, I know here real soon it's all going to be open and it's going to be flowing again. Not like it ever stopped. But hey, Tom and Angel, Jacob, do you guys have any sponsors? Anybody you guys want to give a little shout out to?
Who's going first? All right. I want to give a shout out to Rev Gear for, showing me love and giving me sponsorship. They're great people. Rev Gear, Red Bowie CBDs, and Luke Choke Geese, and Rayo Geese, and everybody that's helped me out. Thank you. I appreciate you. And if I forgot you, much love to you.
We'll get up next time. Tom,
Absolutely.
How about you, my brother?
Man, I want to say huge thanks, especially for Moya Brand. Man, they've been a huge supporter for me and all my students. Moya has sort of taken the Cisneros, the Sands brothers, Owen, and helped all our youth program out as well. So they're helping these guys travel, help myself travel. And a local sponsor, 2 local sponsors here. Moya's like a national sponsor, but 2 local sponsors here for Visalia. Pokerito, man, a guy keeps us fueled up. Fresh, healthy food from Pokerito. And Justin Mosley Insurance is a local insurance agent here who's one of my students. But, man, he really helps out a lot, especially, once again, with the youth kids that are trying to make it big. So these sponsors really help.
Dude, good Lord. Pokerito. Me and Archie just went in there.
Ooh.
Oh man, dude, talk about you guys want some good food? Hey, I really wasn't too big on the poke bowl or whatever. Hey Archie, how good was that food that day?
Oh yeah, that was good. They even have a poke burrito.
Oh man, dude. Hey, hit it right on the dime. Hey, and Moya here, it doesn't get any better. It's good stuff, man. James,
yes, sir.
Thank you for popping in, James. We'll talk to you more
Thank
here
you.
in the near future.
Of course.
Hey, Archie, man, good job. It's been like I said earlier, guys. This last year it's been a crazy ass year, man. I know for me it has been, but not just for me, for everybody else out there. Viruses, government shutdowns, dealing with life and family issues. A lot of ups and downs, but just like this podcast today, adapt, overcome, and conquer. Hey, keep going to the next level. Whatever happens, man, when there's something negative in your life, you just don't let it get to you, man. That's all I could say is
positive
don't
energy
let it
wins.
get to you. Turn a negative into positive. We can all do it. I know that. And man, for crying out loud, you're not exercising. You want something cool to do, something fun to do. You don't have to be some tough guy or anything like that. Dude, go to your local jiu-jitsu gym. Go to a Muay Thai class, a boxing gym. Just get on the mat and see how good it feels. One thing, though, I've trained a lot of different martial arts styles. A jiu-jitsu gym, to me, is where it's at, man. When you want to meet some good brothers, and find a good leader and have another family on the side. Hey, and maybe you never know, you might decide to compete. Hey, in competition, man, once you compete, that changes your life completely, man. The build up to the competition, whether you win or lose, competition is something else, man. It changed your whole life in a whole nother way. But anyhow, guys, thank you again. Episode 100, episode 31 of the virtual podcast, Archie. So
amazing times. We have another 100 or 2 to go.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
We have more to go, and we'll be going back into the dojos here pretty quick.
Thank you. Yeah, and I'll be back to the gym real soon here, Tom. Just kind of recovering, but I'm doing my cardio work so that when I do know when it's time to go get slammed or slam people, I'll be ready.
We ain't going nowhere. We're always open, guys. See you later.
All right, thank you.
Thank you guys so much.
Peace to everybody.
You guys enjoy the rest of this evening, man.
Central
Angel,
California.
thank you, my brother.
Thank you, bro. Peace.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you for your guys' time too. Fun times. Let's do this shit. Let's keep going. Central California, baby.
That's right,
baby.
Yes. Fuck everyone else that don't like us. Peace.
There you go.
James.
Yo.
James, how you doing, man?
I can't complain. It was awesome to finally hit episode 100. We did it. Thanks to you. Guys.
Hey, you know what? Me and Archie have done a lot with the podcast and keeping it going live. But hey, James, you, Chris Ronquillo, everybody that's been involved in it, man. We got new guys now, JC Lamas. We've got a handful of guys that have helped with MMA Fight Pass and the Hammerfist podcast that you guys don't see all the time. And maybe one of these episodes here real soon, we'll have all of our crew on. John Carlton, Xavier Ortega. We've had a little handful, right, Archie?
Yeah, we do. We do have a little handful. And, we're trying to get JC Llamas on the show, and he wasn't able to get with us. But we'll get on the show, and we'll make an announcement, pretty soon. We were going to make an announcement with JC, but we'll make it at another time where we got some good stuff coming up. With all this help, there's no other way but just keep moving upwards and onwards, as they say, right?
Hey, guys, we didn't have all of our guests on today, but believe me, we will soon. Like I said, man, this is all trial and error for me and Archie right here. Doing this virtual podcast. It's like this Zoom meeting type of deal. We never expected to do it like this. We were doing most of our podcast from inside a studio, and I can't wait to get back to doing that because we have a new studio, right, Archie? We have a new studio over there ready to go.
Yeah, we got the studio going, and hopefully, man, how long is that going to be before we're together, right? But hopefully that'll be in 2021. We'll get there.
Even when it does I still want to keep doing these two, though, because the good thing of what I love about this is, man, dude, we've got a friend we've got a couple guys in India now. We've got guys in Chicago. Shonie Carter, he wasn't able to make it on today. but he will soon. Some of these guys are kind of better to have, I think, Archie, with just them and us for a show. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Today was a good experiment. Bringing
it was a good experiment.
Bringing in a lot of folks together, a lot of people from the same family, like you said earlier. Jiu-Jitsu brings people together. You build a new family, and that's what we're doing, right?
Hey, and it was interesting. I didn't know how it was going to be, but when we had all those guys on the screen at once, everybody knew each other for the most part. I didn't know it was going to be like that.
Right.
Is
this the guy you were talking about, Tom?
It was a trip to have John Hackleman in there with this group of guys. Hey, props to John Hackleman, though. He hung in there with us, man. You know what I mean? He didn't have to, but the guy, he did. Cool-ass dude right there.
Yeah, John was off the charts, man, by joining us and just hanging in there with us. Glover Teixeira, he's fighting pretty soon.
Yep, and we got a little glimpse of him. We didn't get to talk to him, but what we can do is we can get John and Glover on before he fights.
That would be awesome.
Yes, and we'll dedicate a show to that.
Yeah, there you go.
Guys, all experience. Everybody out there that watches the show, I have people coming up to me at work and some people off the street that don't even train. They've never stepped onto a mat, and they just watch the show. Like, a lot of people listen to the show while they're working out or they're out running or whatever, or they're doing their thing. But we must be doing something good, Archie, because it's a positive thing.
Yep, Venom Drip, Tom. So one of our sponsors, being positive thing, doing something right. Venom Drip got together with us, and we're helping them out. Market their clothing line. Did you know that a black widow is 15 times more venomous than a rattlesnake?
Did you know that I hate spiders and I will burn down a house if I see a black widow?
Hey, bro, I see a black widow, I'm up out. Or a snake. Either one, I don't care, man. But Venom Drip, Venom Drip, they got some awesome gear. Hey, they're hooking up our local guys. They're sponsoring our local guys. I know friend like Escalito, Anthony Torres. I've had friends that are sponsored by Venom Drip. Nothing but good things to say. And Venom Drip, thank you for hooking us up, man. We appreciate it.
Yeah, no, definitely. So, besides our sponsors, we like to thank all our staff, right? I mean, I say staff, but just the group that we're with. We're a family, right? I mean, there's just 8 or 9 of us, and Chris was not able to get with us. Xavier, JC Yamas, a few guys, but those that were able to, us 3 plus Mark Christensen. Thanks, Mark, for coming on the show with us. It was a great day. Thank you to everyone. I mean, gosh, Crosley Gracie, Patata. Unfortunately, I wish Patata would have hung in there with his connection, but that guy's an amazing person.
Next time, man.
Amazing, right?
Hey, I didn't get to talk to Patata. There's other things too with that guy. He's more, his surfing. And the guy is a badass chef, and he's all about, what I mean? I'm not going to get into it, but I wanted to talk to him about it, man, is the stuff that guy prepares. He knows about diet and nutrition and health and everything. Another guy, Paa Lee, we didn't get to have you on today, but we will have you on. Our friend from India, Paa Lee Sathishwer. We'll get you on next time, brother. The time over there is completely different from now. You know what I mean? It's, 4 here? It's like 4 a.m. over there right now.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, we're about 12 hours.
But anyhow, hey, we got a big following growing in India, bro. So just imagine by next year we keep this going, we're going to have followings all around the world, with the different guests that we're going to have. My goal is that, man, we get a friend in Japan, we get a friend in China, we get a friend in that, you know what I mean? So on and so forth. And next thing you know, we're known worldwide, Archie.
Yeah, and we're actually we could make one announcement, guys. We're going to be we're going to be building a new website, right? And that new website is started this week, actually. We'll show it off in about a month or so or less, but we're going mainstream with this, Tom. Nothing but mainstream stuff. So it's going to be an amazing time once we get our new website, and we're just taking it to the next level. I mean, that's why we have all the guys helping that are helping, so that we can make this a true international show. It's right now, I say it's a California show, Western California show, even USA show, but we're going to make it into internationally known.
Awesome.
Internationally known. All right. Okay, guys. We didn't get Chris Ronquillo on here today either, but next time we'll get him on there. he's not only a part of our show, but he's always watching and giving us props.
Tom,
so yeah,
read this.
The blind man Brad right here waving a hand. Don't fold up for nothing. Keep it coming, guys. They do politics. We just train. This guy, Brad, is the one I was talking about. He's a student. He's a student of Dan Camarillo. Hey, dude. Hey, never in my life did I ever think that I would deal with like any kind of depression or any kind of like sad times or anything like that. No, you don't ever know when those kind of things are going to come. But hey, I was having, like I said, man, out of nowhere, I was having a late night, a horrible night, and a lot of bad things were going through my mind. I didn't even know who Brad was, and it was weird. The guy just reached out to me on Messenger out of nowhere. I don't know how it happened, but Brad, thank you, man, for that night. I haven't talked to him much since. It was just like it was. I don't know if you guys are believers or what, but it was like God sent that guy to me in a moment that I needed it. And Brad Packley, he's a blind guy that does Jiu Jitsu. That's all I know about him. Cool ass dude. Hit him up on social media, man. Brad's always got a positive message to send out on social media if you're not friends with him on there. Blind man, Brad, good dude right there. And Daniel Camarillo, Marc De La Cruz, everybody, Crosley, Batata. Once again, thank you for coming on the show today. Anything else you got there, Archie, before we shut her down?
No, we just wanted to say thank you to everybody once again. Thank you to the audience and especially our guests. We just learned so much today about what's going on in the MMA industry, right? From Tachi to California to amateur. Anybody want to know anything about what's going on? Hit us up. We got some answers, not all the answers, but we can probably find them for you. Hit up Tom, James, myself on Facebook, Messenger, anybody from the MMA Fight Pass crew. We are going to be the one-stop shop for MMA news. That's what we're targeting.
That's the plan. Hey, I'm positive, man. Positive info. And we're trying to get everybody out there to take a step onto that mat, dude, and get a little training in.
James, don't fall asleep on us. I know that you have a weird shift going on, but you're about to, get ready for your shift in a few hours. And thank you for joining us, James. Any last minute?
Thank you. No, man, I'm glad to be a part of this, and I can't wait to see what we do for the next 100 episodes.
Nice. Tom, sign us off, bro.
I can't even imagine by the next 100 episode, bro. That's going to be.
We'll get there.
Hey, we got some cool guests coming up quick, though, guys. So, man, yeah, we wrapped it up in 2 hours, Archie.
We did it.
We did it. I think 2 hours is about perfect for a show. You know what I mean?
Yeah, what's his name? Errol Owani. That sucker has like 3-4 hour shows. He just keeps it going and going. That's crazy.
Which is good if you got, as long as you got stuff to talk about and the guests to do it, it's cool. You know what I mean? It's good.
Yeah.
Good to go.
True
Definitely. But all right, there we go, guys. Until next time, James. James, have a good night, my brother.
Thank you. You guys have a good night as well.
All right. Archie, I'll talk to you soon. We'll see what the response is with this show, my friend.
All right, Tom. Talk to you on the other side of the electronic line.
All right, my brother. We'll be on Messenger soon.
Awesome, brother. Take care.
Okay, everybody out there, peace, love. Do what you got to do, man. Love your family, love your parents, love your friends, and just keep pushing through, and we'll see you next time.
God bless. Thank you, Tom.